What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mike Chavez, and I'm coming to you live on day 285. That's 285 days in a row coming live on my video journey. So if you don't know who I am, I've been coming live for the last 285 days, talking about all types of subjects, business, life, so on and so forth. So we talk about all kinds of different things. Always say we don't leave any topics off the table. What's up, Daryl? What's up, Kristen? How are you guys doing? So over the last 285 days, I have learned a few tips and tricks on how to do Facebook Live videos to capture an audience attention, keep them engaged, and keep them participating in live broadcasts. So I thought today I would share with you some of my top 10 tricks that I use to do my Facebook Lives to make them flow well, get my message across, and also interact with you guys. So with that being said, I hope everybody's having a fantastic Saturday. It's a beautiful here in Lancaster, California, USA. That's where I'm broadcasting to you guys from. If you could do me a huge favor and drop in the comments where you're tuning in from. Facebook has a global reach, and I like to know where you guys are coming from. So what I wanted to go ahead and jump into, what's up, Dave? How you doing? Thanks for joining. What I wanted to go ahead and jump into are my top 10 Facebook Live hacks. And I've been doing these videos, and I've had to learn by trial and error. And by me consistently doing them every day, I've learned how to eliminate some of the problems that you might have seen in some of the Facebook Live videos that you watch. So the first thing that we want is a good signal. There's nothing more frustrating when you're watching a live video and the signal keeps cutting out, or you don't have good audio where people cannot hear you. So if you guys would agree with me that it's super frustrating when you're watching a live video and you're hearing good information, but there's a bad signal and you can't hear it, if you agree if that's frustrating, drop me an L in the comments. Drop me an L if it's frustrating when you have a bad signal and you're trying to get good content. The next thing I wanted to talk about is you have to have decent lighting, right? The people have to be able to see your face and see who you are. That's the beauty of this Facebook Live platform. People actually get to see your face. They see your facial expressions. They see where you live. They see what kind of car you drive, you know? So when you are doing a live, if you're going to take the time to do a live broadcast, it only makes sense for people to be able to see you, to maximize the benefit. So if you're going to do something right, do it. If you're going to do something, do it right, and make sure the light is good so people can see your face, they can see your facial expressions, they can see your environment, they can see what's going on. See? Okay, if you guys would agree that proper lighting and being able to see good quality video is important, give me an O down in the comments, okay? Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about real quick is it's something that I personally picked up a little while ago, and I did a lot of my videos the wrong way. The best way to actually shoot your Facebook Live videos, if you're using any device, you always want to make sure that your phone is in landscape mode. And there's a couple reasons why, and I'll tell you. The reason why you want your phone in landscape mode is because, for me personally, I take these videos, I download them, and then I upload them to YouTube. But what I found is I was watching my videos on YouTube and was wondering why they had those black lines on the side of the video. Well, it's because it was taken in portrait mode. So once you turn your phone into landscape mode, the quality is better. You see more of what's going on. And then also too, if you ever wanted to invite anybody into a live broadcast, you will have a split screen instead of like a video chat with the small square up in the center. So for me personally, when I'm watching a Facebook Live and I'm watching two people on a Facebook Live, I like to see the split screen. I like to see both people at the same time. If you guys agree with me that you like to see the split screen instead of the little box, give me a V in the comments. Okay, now the next point that I wanted to cover about doing a great Facebook Live is you want to be prepared. And I share this with you guys all the time. I don't script and I don't like write out my Facebook lives, but what I do is I get prepared. And so this Facebook live was brought to you by these little sticky notes, okay? So I basically have 10 points that I'm going to cover with you guys, and I number them on my paper because I get the ideas that I want to talk about, and then I just write them down. And so it helps me flow to keep the live together. Also, what it does for me is it helps me stay on point with what the message is that I'm trying to communicate. So if you guys have ever been watching a live video before, and the people just start talking about something that's totally random other than what the topic is, give me an E. That's sign language. Give me an E in the comments. So you're like, well, that's just natural conversation that happens, right? But sometimes you start to wonder what happens when people get off track. So you got to be prepared and you got to write it down. You don't have to write verbatim. These bullet points that I write down are my ideas. And then I have the discussion and what I want to speak about, the ideas in my head. So I simply just look, oh, that's that idea. Okay, I wanted to say this about that. Because if I didn't have these notes, I would be all over the place. I would forget things that I wanted to say. I can't even tell you how many times I've gotten off a live video and been like, oh my gosh, I should have said this. I should have said that. I should have said this. I should have said that. That only happens when I don't write it down. Okay, so number 5, what I wanted to share with you guys. Number 5 is when you do your broadcast, when you start your broadcast, don't mess around and wait for people to come into the broadcast. There's nothing more weird or uncomfortable than when somebody starts a live video and is just looking at the camera. And they're not saying anything. And there's dead silence. That's really weird. If you guys would agree with me that that's really weird, drop me a Y in the comments, okay? So what I basically do is I introduce myself. I tell you who I am, what I'm doing here. And then to my next point, number 6, okay, what I wanted to cover with you guys is after you introduce yourself and you tell them who you are and what you're all about, you want in the first 30 seconds to a minute, you want to tell people exactly what you're going to talk about. You want to say, I'm going to go ahead. I've been doing Facebook Live videos for the last 285 days in a row. Over this course of time, I have learned certain tips and tricks that have helped me enhance my live video for my audience. I'm going to share those with you in this live video. If that makes sense, drop me a O in the comments, okay? So you have to tell people right off the bat because you don't have very much time in the first 30 seconds to a minute. If somebody's tuning into you and you're not giving them information, you're not telling them what you're going to talk about, they're going to ask themselves, why should I hang around? Okay? Here's a little quick bonus tip that I want to show on the side. If you've noticed, I'm going by numbers, right? I'm making a list. Number 1, number 2, number 3, whatever. So I'm going down the list. And there's a little bit of psychology behind that. For some reason, people love a countdown. They love a list. Number 1, number 2, number 3. It's orderly and it's progressive. So people get it. So that's why I do that. Okay, so number 7. This is a really huge one, guys. Number 7. And I've noticed I've been getting a lot more engagement and a lot more comments on my videos because of this. And if you guys have noticed, I've been doing this over every single point that I've made in this live video. When you ask people to engage and comment, okay, on the last comment I asked you guys, like for example, be prepared. You know, if somebody's not prepared and it's not flowing, it gets confusing, give me a single letter. Give me a single letter in the comments, okay? I'm not, when I'm watching a live video, just to be honest with you guys, I don't want to be typing a whole bunch unless I'm saying something to somebody. If I'm really into it, I'll be typing. But if you really want to get people into your live video and you really want to get them to engage, ask them to just drop one character in the comments. A letter, a number. Anybody can just hit 1. Anybody can hit an L. Anybody can hit anything. So just start dropping a bunch of crazy 1-digit characters in the comments for me. And so the beauty of comments is, guys, I've mentioned this before. See, when Facebook sees people commenting on your content, that makes your content a priority. And the more of a priority your content is, the more people are going to see your content. And that's the whole goal. That's the end game of this, right? Okay, so number eight, it's okay to ask people to share your content, okay? That kind of correlates with the comments on your live videos, okay? If people are sharing your content and they're commenting on your content, the share is the holy grail for, as far as Facebook is concerned. That's the holy grail of engagement, is when people share your content. They're telling Facebook, this stuff is so juicy, this stuff is so good, I have to share it with my friends. They have to know about it, okay? So I'm on number 8. It's just like a referral for your business. A good salesperson, a good business person knows, okay? If they have a satisfied customer, you always ask for the referral. You always ask for the share. So I'm on number 8, and I'm going to ask you guys that right now. If you see value in this live video, only if you see the live, only if you see the value, only if you see the value. If you see value in this live video, share it for me and drop me a hashtag shared, okay? Now, number 9, we're almost done. Okay, I think it's very important as you get ready to wrap up a broadcast, okay? Since number 9, we're getting to the end. I think it's very important to thank everybody, as many people as you can, for tuning into your broadcast. Show appreciation, show gratitude, show love. Try to read as many of the comments as you can to engage more with people during the live video. It's difficult, right? I have not been reading any of the comments because I've been going through my list. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes you just got to do your thing, and sometimes you have time to roll through the comments. You guys all know that I go back through and I engage with every single one of you. Every time you drop a comment, I always engage with you guys, okay? But what I wanted to get at is when you wrap up a live video, the end, you always want to make sure that you tell people when they're going to be able to see you again, when they're going to be able to catch you again, where they can find you. If they have not turned on the notifications and they're not following you, let them know before you leave it. That's important, especially if they're with you till the end of your broadcast, like the 5 of you guys are right now, okay? That means that they stayed with you through your whole live video. And if you keep them there to the end, I guarantee you, if they're not following you, they're going to follow you. Okay? Because our attention spans are so short. And I tell you guys all the time, the most important thing that we have is what we give our time and what we focus on. When you guys give it to me, I'm totally humble to this day. 285 days later, I'm still here. I'm still rocking it. Okay? Because of you guys. That's how you wrap up a live video. You show love, you show gratitude, and you show appreciation, okay? If you guys agree with that, give me your favorite emoji down in the comments. Emojis are a little bit more work because you got to push a couple more buttons to drop them in the comments, but I would appreciate it if you do it for me. Okay, so number 10. This is the holy grail. This is the number 1 secret sauce tip that you guys will ever hear about Facebook live videos, okay? This is it right here. I just gave you guys 9 tips, okay? You could screw up every single one of those things that I just told you, okay? The first 9 things that I just told you guys, you could just totally screw it up and not do it right. But if you do number 10, I guarantee you that you will be successful. You'll get your message out. You'll get an audience. You'll build a tribe. People will follow you. People will love you, and people will like you. Are you guys ready? If you guys are ready for the number one tip on how to do a Facebook Live, drop me a 7 in the comments, okay? Here it comes. The number 1 tip, the best thing you could possibly do is be yourself. Be you, okay? Because I'm going to tell you why I know that's the only thing that you need if you ever want to do a Facebook Live video. Because 285 days ago, that's all I had was me. I didn't have all these other tips that I just gave you, okay? I just had me. And I showed up every day. I had the right people around me, like Carly Lambo, the hashtag queen, just saw a heart come through from you. Thank you very much. Okay? All I had was me, my desire to learn, my desire to grow, and get my message out. That's all I had. Okay? So it doesn't matter what's written. It doesn't matter what you hear. It doesn't matter what you see. The only things that matter are what you are. It's the only thing that matters. If you're true to yourself, you're true to mankind, you're trying to help other people, you show up every day, and you're consistent, and you add value to other people's lives, then you can tell people, hey, all I had was me. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this live video today. And I'm going to wrap it up. And thank you for everybody that's come in. Thank you for liking and thank you for sharing. So I love each and every one of you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow on day 286. Bye-bye.